Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Well, it might be morning where you're watching or listening, but it's evening now. We're live on Facebook. Sunday night, February the 5th, 2023. Welcome to Ringside Wrestling. I am Mad Matt Carter, being joined by Rick Diesel. And boy, I tell you what, I'm tempted to hit this thing and let this mystery iPhone person in just to see who it is. I mean, I can always boot them, I guess, right?
I don't know.
Let's
I guess.
Let's find out.
Unless it's just somebody we're gonna have to start telling them, you got to give us a username.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what if it's Jim Cornette come to cuss you out, Matt Carter?
Well, if somebody paid for the cameo, then
it's
Jack and Clara. Okay.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah. All right. Well, champions, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We know you have a very busy schedule and you got some big news. I guess you want to share with us, champ. You want to save that, or do you want to talk to us about it now? I mean, you put the picture on social media, dude.
Oh, they're muted, bro.
They are. Yeah, you're muted. You're muted. I see the red microphone. There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've done it on like my phone. So we normally don't hurt a new phone. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, welcome, champions, to the show. Jack, you've had a pretty big week. I understand that you took a trip down to Greenville Friday. Yeah. And would you like to tell all the wrestling fans watching around the world about that?
It was just an experience meeting people. That's all it was. People blew a little bit out of proportion, you know, but yeah, I was just there, just meeting people. That's all it was. So.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Jack put out on social media a picture of him standing in front of the interview set at WWE SmackDown, which was in Greenville Friday night. And I figured that was going to cause quite the whirlwind, no matter what it was about. But I mean, dude, I ain't even going to play. I'd mark the fuck out if I was in front of that set, and I'd probably take pictures of me and the wife and any cousins that I had nearby. And, I'd take as many pictures in front of the thing as I could. So,
yeah, I think it was one of those things like being backstage, especially for like SmackDown. So I've done the tryout for him back in 2021 for the Las Vegas tryout, and then being backstage for that. It was definitely cool. It's like when you're a kid, you always dream of being around these people, and then you're just standing there and you're working with them. So that was cool. So.
Yep. So, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you got to go down there. I was talking to Rick Diesel. For an independent our size, anytime you see somebody with one of the national promotions, even if it's just a case where like you were visiting and meeting people, but man, I had the thrill of my life last night. I was sitting in the Spectrum Center in Charlotte and got to see Andre Chase wrestle in person, and I'm telling you, and it was just something. I teared up when it came out. That's how happy I am. And, Jack, I've given you and Clara a hard time about your tactics and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, we want to see everybody that comes through here be able to achieve their dream. And I would be in the same state of mind when, I'm going to say it one of these days, when you guys come down on WWE aisle in Charlotte, North Carolina, or in Greensboro. I'm going to be, I'll be inconsolable. My wife was smacking me on the arm. She's like, don't cry. I was like, I can't help it.
We get like that with somebody who's come through here. I mean, and right now we got Andre Chase, which we remember as the long-haired bravado. I called him Slick and Willie there for a while when they were my lackeys. The Andre Chase used to be my lackey, man. I never knew which one of his name was which.
Yeah. So, I remember the Slick and Willie days. That was long about 06, 07 back in those days. Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the other side, we've got, Adam Page and Wheeler Yuta, which they both used to train in our rings. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They both come from here. Although a lot of other people like to lay claim to them, we just keep our mouth shut because we know, where they started.
Well, when we posted that thing at Christmas with the Christmas video that was shot when Wheeler was here, one of the comments that was on there was on YouTube was saying, wow, man, you can't hardly recognize him without the beard and mustache. He does look completely different. That's for sure.
Well, and a lot of them when they were here were, they were like Adam Page was a stick figure when he was here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was. When I saw him on TV the first time, I had to really look close at his face. No, Reagan, you're not banned. I just noticed him coming in the dressing room. So I gave Brian and Reagan specific instructions, Jack and Clara, not to piss y'all off this week. So because you were coming on. So here they are.
Well, right now we're bragging on them. So,
Yeah.
You know, because we're hoping
keep that up.
We're hoping someday we get to see them, you know, on them. I can sit on my big screen and watch those guys at a WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean,
shortly after we get to see Clara's mugshot, because she will kill somebody in the ring someday.
It's only a matter of time.
I stand by that.
Definitely will happen.
We brought something out of her I don't think nobody else knew was there. But we seen it. We seen it right there. Give her a ladder and some barbed wire. Let's see what she can do.
Yeah. They definitely stepped up the violence there. I'm glad you brought that up. I think I'm going to pull up that video and roll it while we talk, but we've got, might have to find it, but we've got, we've got the big show coming up on February the 18th. Seasons beating shit. Capital Punishment. I'm sorry, I'm getting old, guys.
Seasons beatings on ROKU, Matt.
Is it?
I got that message today.
All right.
See, he's going to cry again.
No, I'm wondering what took so long.
He had to re-edit it.
Oh, did he? Okay, well, that explains
He had the file corrupted on him.
Oh, God.
Wasn't his fault this time.
Yeah, that is the worst when that happens. So let me get the slideshow going first, then we'll go pull some footage up of Jack and Clara and talk about them a little bit. Because we're all excited now that Jack has got a picture up of himself in front of the SmackDown banner. Let's see, here we go. Can you guys see the
yes
slideshow? Yep. Okay, awesome. All right, welcome to AIWF Ringside Wrestling, February 5th, 2023. Can anybody in this room tell me what historic wrestling event happened in 1988 on this very day? Huge. I don't expect Jack and Clara to know.
Probably Reagan.
Stampede.
No. Close, though. You're in the ballpark. You missed it by about a week. So, no. Anybody want to take a guess?
Not me. I'm busy doing stuff.
It was the largest and highest rated wrestling segment in television history. It still holds the record to this very day.
Wait. Hogan and Andre?
Yes, Hogan and Andre with the twin referee scandal happened on this day in 1988. I never forget how traumatized I was by that. And if you hadn't seen it, go out of your way to go on Peacock and search Saturday Night's Main Event. Choose February 5th, 1988.
Don't find it however you can.
Yeah, that's the best way I can tell you. But the clearest version's on Peacock, that's for sure.
Mm.
But
so I just hope y'all know that someday you'll be like me and you don't remember stuff. I don't remember the 80s anyhow.
Yeah.
But a lot about the 80s I don't remember.
But I think
the early 90s. Brian knows
I don't remember the 80s. I am not that old. I don't remember the 80s. Please. I remember wrestling.
She remembers wrestling that happened in the 80s. I didn't like the 80s. I lived through the 80s. The wrestling was great.
80s,
yeah, but
I know wrestling history, not because I was a part of it, but because I liked it.
Yeah.
I was a big part of the 80s.
Yeah, Rick Diesel probably doesn't remember a lot of the 80s for the same reason that I don't remember a lot of the late 90s. So, but anyway.
Different substance, same situation.
All right. Before we incriminate ourselves any further
this week,
please. We are on Instagram. You can search AIWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling and Diesel 24/7. That's DEEZEL 247. And AIWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. So come check us out on Instagram there. We're also on, you can find me on Twitter, and I talk a lot about wrestling on Twitter. If you if you send me anything that's political, you're going to get blocked. I can warn you that right now. Don't even think about it. But you can find me at Mad Matt Concord. And let's see here. Here we go, guys. Coming up February 18th. And this is going to be our go home edition of AIWF Ringside Wrestling before this show, because I'm out of town next week and I cannot do this show from my phone.
Yeah, but I got an idea.
Okay.
Me and Brian Reagan will talk later.
Okay.
I was wondering whose finger you were pointing at.
Well, you're in this side of my screen.
Oh,
Yeah, but
he's
you're
one-
in the internet, so like you can't. It just looks like you're pointing.
But anyway, the big one, Capital Punishment Gang Wars, is coming up. February 18th. It's our last 5 p.m. bell time. Winter hours and prices. This is the last show. When we do the anniversary show in March, everything's going to go back to normal bell time, 7:30, and regular prices. The first match we had announced, we talked about it last week. Paul Perazzi taking on Ty Tyson and Tommy Pinarelli. There was some question about the age of the photo of Jeff Paul in this. I'm wondering if he ever submitted a new photo to the AIWF offices, or we're going to have to wait till February 18th to capture that thing.
He's going to have to get in front of a freaking camera. I told him.
So
Jesus Christ.
And he likes a camera.
Where
He got me to take several pictures of him and Caden Pierre one night. God, that did not sound good.
You starting them rumors again.
Look, here's an interesting match. I've never seen All Worm No Soul, so I'm going to send it around the room and ask you guys. This is for the #1 contendership for the AIWF World Tag Team Championship.
Winners get a tag title shot at the anniversary show.
Yeah, and so evidently there's some kind of history between these two teams. Can anybody on the panel here enlighten me? Rick Diesel,
Not me.
No?
Look at me. I didn't even know them guys existed until this poster come out.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You know,
I'm old and set my ways, and I'm hermited up here in my little office. You know what I'm saying? I stay here all the freaking time. Anyway.
Yeah, I believe that. Now, we get these match emails for the YouTube page at all different times of the day and night. So, but it is like Christmas. Every time I open one of them up, I'm like, "Oh, what are we getting now? What are we getting now?" So anyway, Sue Dudes and All Worm No Soul. I like that's a different tag team name. I have never.
It is original.
Yeah.
All the good ones are gone.
It sounds like a 90s alternative band.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yes, it does. You know, tonight at the Centroplex, All Worm No Soul, and they'll be opening for Foo Fighters. But anyway, so those are the two match announcements we have right now. Be more coming.
We're in that 2-week blitz now. We're inside the 2-week promotional blitz now, so there'll be more coming.
Yep. So get ready. Stay tuned to the Facebook page. If you're watching us live, this is where you'll find out the information first. We'll try to get it to the YouTube channel and to Instagram and all that other, and Twitter and all that other stuff as fast as we can. All right. So anyway,
I'm interested. So when you get off this, I got a question for Jack. Man.
I can get off this right away because I got ads to read coming up next. So we'll let's do us a segment and talk a little bit before.
Well, I'm curious to Jack. Jack has been working so hard to get a world title shot or just get his hands on Damian Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Wayne's not the champion anymore. Does that affect his strategy to try to get a world title shot? Has he talked to Matt Classic? What is the deal?
Oh, so I've been told like Damian might not even be at the show, so I might be just going against the world champion. But if Damian is at the show, it's a #1 contender match. So for the world championship, so that's just that one step closer. And if he don't come to the show, let's just be honest, he's afraid. He knows he's old as it comes. He's stuck in his ways, and I don't understand. Like when I called him out, he was world champion. So why would I have to wrestle him anyway? I'm the only legit AIWF champion there's been in quite some time, and that keeps defending it on other shows outside of just, AIWF Mid-Atlantic. So the fact that Damian doesn't want to show up, it sounds a lot of sense to me. So he's just a scared, bald-headed old man.
Wow. Go ahead, Rick Diesel.
Well, all right, let's say, Jack, that if you get the world title around your waist someday, let's just hypothetically say Damian Wayne, whoever's the champion, and you get the world title. Are you prepared? Would it be an issue for you to pick up the schedule, because world titles move around. It's not like, it's not like the, not for lack of a better term, the regional titles you're used to. That belt has been to England, Austria, Africa, Mexico.
That's the goal, ain't it? Like, to be able to travel like that, and that we do anyway already. And it's not like I haven't been up and down the coast right now, and to be able to be a world champion, to be able to defend it across the world and prove to everybody, to everything that I say and how good I say I am, just to back it up would be great to me, because I think it's time the world sees it. I think steps like getting to do SmackDown and stuff like that, slow, small steps to be there. Because let's face it, being the AIWF World Heavyweight Champion is just a step closer to WWE. It's just a step closer to New Japan. It's just a step closer to GCW, NWA, stuff like that. Holding that championship and proving my worth as legit world champion. Like, those are the goals that I'm looking for. So I see it not just as being world champion, but as a stepping stone to maybe one day Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, so that's the big goals. So
on this clip, you are fighting a former world champion, Justin Flash. And like I said, it's the AIWF world title is a recognized title by 90 different promotions. And what is it, Matt? 30 countries?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 30, 31. It's right around the 30 though. Yeah.
So like I said, and that's nothing against, the AIWF Mid-Atlantic title, but that's quite a jump.
Oh yeah.
Because the Mid-Atlantic title is recognized as a regional title, and the world title is a massive jump from there. So I like making sure everybody's prepared for something like that.
Well, I think just the training has just, since the announcement of the title matches, since I've started calling out Damian Wayne, like in that video, I was not happy with the way I looked or my weight or anything and how I felt, because let's face it, Justin Flash had me at a couple of points in that match. So to be able to mentally prepare to step into the ring with someone like Damian Wayne, I've been in the ring every single day of the week. I've been training every single day of the week. I've been in the weight room every single day of the week, doing cardio more than I've done in a long time, to get my body and to be physically ready to be in the ring with him. So like, I'm taking it seriously, because this is my future. Let's not just take the fact that I'm 23 years old. 23 years old to be a world champion, maybe one of the youngest ever AIWF World Heavyweight Champions. We just have to look at the history of that. I think that's a massive goal for me, and it's not something I can put in my resume. And so, that's the goal. I'm going to walk in there March the 4th, beat up whoever is in front of me, whether it's the world champion or it's Damian Wayne, and either I'm going to be world champion or I'm going to be #1 contender. So it's a big show, big deal.
A lot of our fans, they come to our Mid-Atlantic shows, and they see we run once, twice a month sometimes. But you and Clara both have been known. If anybody watches your social media, they know you guys do a lot of traveling. And work shoot jobs. So when we say that, guys, wrestling fans, you don't do independent wrestling as a full-time job if you're 90% of the people in the indies, right?
Right.
So can you explain how, like, say for the last couple of weeks, talk to us about like where you've traveled to, or in the last month, whatever's easiest for you, where you've traveled to, how you're able to balance that with the rigorous training schedule, which you just said you stepped up. How do you two maintain that? I mean, you're in your early 20s, so I know you're full of piss and vinegar and got a lot of energy, but besides, it's still a grueling schedule, it sounds like to me.
Yeah. So in December, I wanted a little bit of a break so I could, because we were moving from where we currently lived, and we just moved 2 weeks ago to these apartments. So in December, I wanted a break to be able to focus on like our other lively stuff. But we didn't get it. I was actually booked up. I wound up doing a commercial for Mack Trucks, which should be coming out soon. I did it with a couple of guys with AEW. And, so this month we did the move, and we're still planning the stuff for our wedding. So this month we were free, actually, which has been oddly nice. The only thing is she wrestled Julia Hart with AML. That's the only booking either one of us had all month. So that was nice. And we've been able this past month to be in the gym a lot more, to be able to do this move, to be able to plan the stuff for the wedding, and then to be able to get all the stuff we had to get done for the WWE stuff too, because that was a hassle. with the blood work and stuff. Like I was at the doctor's office and he said, this is more difficult doing like the blood work and all the examinations they do for WWE or their stuff in the NFL, which is wild, you know?
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. And so that was like a process to get all that stuff in, you know, in a very short time period. But on a normal basis, I would say, so let's go back to like November, because that was when we were at busiest. We were doing like 3 to 4 shows a week. You know, getting up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning to go do our shoot job, just to get off around 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock to go to the gym, work out. Then we're going to go do wrestling practice and train for wrestling. And that's not counting. Then you go to the weekends. We have to go in early on Friday for a shoot job around 2 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, just so we can go travel to a wrestling show, wrestle that night, and then go back and do it the next day, Saturday. We're not working on Saturdays or Sundays, but we are wrestling, and that's maybe 4 to 6 to 7 hours of sleep all weekend. You know, so it's a very busy schedule, but we do it because, let's face facts, we love what we do. What do you say? How do you say with the work schedule?
We work to live. We don't live to work.
Yeah, so like we do our shoot jobs just to support our wrestling career, and so we can live in this beautiful apartment. So, I mean, that's it.
That's freaking awesome. That's dedication. You guys, Rick Diesel, Brian Danzig, Pagan, you guys, Reagan, you guys had experience wrestling, and Brian, you know, and Rick Diesel, Reagan, you know too. I mean, we at one time Atlantic ran every weekend, but that sounds still. Jack makes our schedule back in the 90s sound like light work compared to what they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing what you need to do to make it to the next level. Reagan and I were perfectly happy in the indies. You know, we didn't want to be traveling all the time and you know, and having that grueling schedule.
Yeah.
But we wanted that fixed. We love wrestling, and so we were perfectly happy doing the regional promotion of AIWF Mid Atlantic. But yes, if you want to make it to that next level, you have to dedicate yourself completely. These guys who think they're going to just go
be
to
weekend,
a show.
be weekend. I mean, I hate to say it, weekend warriors.
Right.
You're not just going to be able to show up an hour before a show, work, wrestle, go home, and then just come back an hour before the show. You know, like 3 or 4 weekends. You know, it's a grueling schedule, and Brian, had some opportunities when pop up, kind of, and we. Like he said, we were just happy to get our fix, the way we did. I was in college when I was wrestling for a while, and he was working in the sock factory, not as early as y'all. He would go in at 5 or So
they asked me about that when I went to England.
Yeah,
I'm still working in socks.
So it is. It's you have to.
People in England don't know about Brian.
And it takes a lot of heart to do that, and it takes a lot of heart to do it as a fan. Well, this sounds sappy. As a family unit, it takes a lot of work, and you have to be on the same. I think you have to be on the same page, and it looks. What y'all are doing is. I mean, this is so sappy sounding. It makes me want to throw up.
But no, but it is good that you
we've given them a hard time on this show before about their tactics, so we can kiss their ass a little bit and still come out on an even keel tonight.
He's right. It is good to have somebody with you who is just as dedicated as you to what you want to do, because it's hard to. I mean, a lot of people in pro wrestling, their marriages don't last because they're on the road so much. But if you're on the road together, that would
you got the two things. You got your Jimmy Garvins and Preciouses, or you got your Kevin Nash who says you never introduced your wife to the business. So those are the only two ways it works, it seems like.
I'm like the Kevin Nash. She jumped in there for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now I'm gonna get back to being hateful. So there you go. There's my niceness. for
Hey,
2 seconds.
like them or dislike them, you got to respect them for what
Yes.
they do.
Yes.
Mhm.
Gotta respect the work
definitely.
ethic.
Yes.
Got to respect.
And I
the work
watched some clips of that Julia Hart match, and it was great. It was amazing. And
Okay.
I wish I could have made it to that show because it looked good. And it was a great match. I mean, you met her from just the clips I saw. Your talent is just up there as much as hers. So it was an impressive looking match from the clips I saw.
Thank you.
That's awesome. All right.
And that's some good looking gear too. That you got.
Thank you. Terry Craven, she's a queen.
Yeah, we try to get
Yeah.
our gear now. We got a gear lady. We get gear once a month, so it's different every single month. And we're doing for this Friday. We're doing Future Stars of AIWF Wrestling. We're doing a Falls Count Anywhere match against TT and J.R. Miller. Me and David are, and we're honoring the Briscoes and that with our gear with that match. So we're doing camo pants, the leather jacket. We're coming out with the bandanas. So
the Briscoes are a rare, and with the passing of Jay was a rare thing. I have never heard anybody that has interacted with them ever say anything bad about them. And you know how it is in wrestling. I mean, everybody talks shit about everybody.
Right.
oh, yeah,
So
I met
then-
Jay back at WrestleCade. I got to talk to him for a second, not long, because my trainer, Beer City Bruiser, they were close as a Ring of Honor. And I just tell you what, the sweetest human being you could ever ask for. I mean, this is one of those deaths that's just sad. It's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Like, I love his promo work, not just counting the wrestling, just the promo work in general. Phenomenal. And I study his stuff for my stuff. So yeah, it was very, very sad, especially because it's like watching like other country boys, doing the thing on a national level like that. I'm a country boy, I grew up, working hard, so it was definitely sad to see. Beer was very torn up about it.
Yeah. The thing, the Briscoes, like I never watched much Ring of Honor over the years. I mean, I had heard of them and how people were talking about how great they are. When they had the first NWA Crockett Cup down here in Concord, right, a couple of years before the pandemic, they were on the first round against the Rock and Roll Express, and they beat the Rock and Roll Express. But I was so impressed with them in that match. When they got bounced from that tournament, I was legit sitting there like a fan, mad as hell. Because I was just like, I wanted them to win so bad, and I became a huge fan the first time I watched them wrestle. Just a fantastic
me
team.
too. Yeah, the first time I saw them, they blew me away.
Yeah, because we would watch some Ring of Honor, and some of the wrestling I don't prefer. Like, I don't like some of the stuff that looks like dancing that they did.
Yeah.
But I would see them and I was like, man, they are so good.
Mhm.
And they didn't come across that way. They didn't come across like dancing. And but they were something else. And it was sad. And it's just,
especially if you go back and you watch like the past year of their work. They're not even on national television. They're doing pay-per-view matches for Ring of Honor, GPW. And just that past year of their work, especially with the FTR matches, those are three of the best tag team matches of all time. Especially that last dollar collar matches. Like every time they had a match, it just went up to another level and up to another level. And it's, two phenomenal workers. It's very sad to see Jay go. I hope, Mark gets to continue to do great things because he did that match with Jay Lethal the other week on AEW, and that was really good.
Yep. And I will be the first one when I see something on AEW that I don't like or will criticize Tony Khan. I don't really criticize Tony Khan, but if I see something on AEW I don't like, I will point it out. What I got to give major mega kudos for is Tony Khan finally able to say whatever he needed to say to the people at TBS to allow the Briscoes to be on TV. Because let's face it, this is something I do agree with Cornette 100% about. They have banned him and held a grudge over a mean tweet from 11 years ago that he has apologized for.
that he's apologized, that he's given money to charities to make amends, I mean,
which I had heard that somebody on Twitter was saying that one of the issues was that when he did make amends, he didn't make a big deal about it. He wasn't being like, "Oh, look at these great things I'm doing now to atone for what I did." He just did it kind of quietly. Like he apologized, but then he started donating to LGBT groups and things like that. And so nobody really heard about those things. They just remember the tweet from over 10 years ago, but didn't hear about all the good things that he had done.
and people change.
And I saw several LGBT wrestlers talking about how much respect that he showed them, and that that people had said that he was going to be mean to them, and he wasn't, and that he showed them nothing but love and respect. So that was an issue there. But yeah, it's just this thing of, it's easier just to say, well, we'll just be safe and not put them on TV. It's not about right and wrong. It's about, well, we'll just be safe by not putting them on TV. We're not really losing anything by not putting them on TV, but they are losing something.
Yeah, and it's hypocritical too, because don't they have one of their superhero shows where there's an actor on there that's allegedly been accused of a sexual assault?
Yes,
but they leave him on TV.
Oh yeah.
But the Briscoes can't come on TV because of a mean tweet from 11 years ago that they've fully rectified.
That's because they're a as good of a team as they are, they're a small part of a big thing that can go on without them. The Flash can't go on without the Flash.
Right.
They're going to have to put a lot of money into this show that's making them a lot of money. They're going to have to put a lot into replacing him. So it's going to take a lot to replace him, because it's going to affect their bottom line more.
Yeah.
Whereas getting rid of the Briscoes for something they said, one of them said 10 years ago, well, that's not going to cost them any money. But replacing the Flash is.
Right.
So
that's why I'm glad I never really became a celebrity. I'm just known for what I'm known for, because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. Somebody asked me one time if I wanted to go on a trip to Mexico. I said, no, I'll die.
Okay.
I will be if I ever go to Mexico, I will be stabbed because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
You need to come with us when we get married in Brazil, and you can come with us to Rio. They just walk around with
I bet you, Rick. Yes.
Yeah, you want to get me killed, don't you?
No, you'd have a ball in Rio. You'd have a ball in Rio. Just
Yeah, you and Chael Sonnen go.
Yeah, you probably be on.
I had to wear a suit of armor. I will be slap stabbed.
You'll have to go around
And
in
I
your
don't mean that. I
car.
just got a big mouth. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, yeah, but see, yeah, and I guess he's right, because I've been to the Philippines twice, and you do have to learn real quick as an American not to point out all the shitty things about a country you're visiting that you don't like, because I don't like it when foreign tourists do it here,
Right.
And so I can imagine how they feel, but I think you'd enjoy Brazil, Rick Diesel, if you could just.
I would.
Yeah.
I know there's things
I would say
enjoy looking
something
at
stupid.
Brazil.
I would blurt out something stupid because I don't know how not to. I almost died when I went to Canada, and they don't hurt nobody.
It's like the most peaceful country in the world.
Yeah, I go around piss them off in a freaking casino in Niagara Falls, Canada, man.
Wow. Well, I heard Brazilian TV is.
Oh, man.
I've heard Brazilian TV is very open-minded. You could probably enjoy that, Rick Diesel.
Well, I am old.
Clara's nodding, so yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the rumors are true. That's one place I've always wanted to visit too, but I can't speak a lick of Portuguese, and I would need help if I went there. I know from experience going to the Philippines, you need friends that can speak the language. At least I don't know if Brazil is like that, but the Philippines is definitely like that.
It is like that. if you're American, you'll get robbed, you'll get taken advantage of. So make sure you have a Brazilian friend with you so they can protect you.
Yeah. Well, see, I know I can handle it. It sounds just exactly like the Philippines, Clara. I mean, like down to
It
the level.
probably is, yeah. But don't go. I do not recommend going to Rio because there's absolutely no police there. So if you get robbed or anything, the police cannot help you. So
That's where they got Mountain Jesus at.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
Mountain.
We had
I've
we had
thought that
friends
before.
who were in
The statue's actually called Christ the
we had
Redeemer.
friends who were in the post community, who did some work in Brazil, and they were like, I don't remember what city though, but
Maybe
in a big
Sao
city, and they were talking about they had to be helicoptered in, like in nice cars and stuff because they were there doing fetish stuff with people with money and stuff, and
Videos. and
like
stuff.
videos and stuff.
Weird.
Well,
But, oh,
I
Sao
you can
Paulo,
ask,
maybe.
you can ask Kevin Phoenix or anybody in my family that went with us when we went to England. You'd be amazed. I mean, that Kevin Phoenix had to say,
Wow.
Kevin Phoenix had to tell me to be quiet because I was going to get us all killed.
oh my goodness.
You know, y'all be, but you know, everybody here but Jack and Clara knows me well enough to know how I am.
Yeah, maybe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe taking him to Brazil would not be a good idea. I sure as hell wouldn't even attempt the Philippines. That's for sure.
I don't know where I would go with him
Hey, let me
outside
tell you
wrestling.
what, it skyrocketed. My mouth skyrocketed our TV show in Martinsville for years.
Yes, it did. Boy, I think Billie Holiday told me one time the first thing you said when you came on TV was attention, people of Martinsville, I am your new king or something like that. You know, that's an
Well,
attention.
and you
getter.
remember, Matt, hey, what was his freaking name? The boxer. Oliver McCall.
Yeah, Oliver McCall.
Remember him? He used to be world heavy. He hated me.
Really? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
he hated me, man, because I made the comment on live TV that the only thing he could beat was his wife.
After this show, guys, if you're not familiar with Oliver McCall, Google him and read all about it. Rick Diesel wasn't hitting too far from the mark there. I bet you
Yeah,
did
man.
get riled up.
Oh, I said the only person he could beat is his wife. And that did not get. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the studio got a call about it. I mean, you know,
I'm sure.
because you know he was from Martinsville.
No, he was from Bassett. He lived in Bassett.
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hated me.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just glad he could never find me. He'd punch me one time, break me in half.
Yeah, those pro fighters are dangerous. They're really fast. Let's see. Oliver McCall is also famous for, I think when Lennox Lewis beat him for the world title, he cried.
He cried.
Yeah, and so.
But now, in my defense, there was times he was accused of beating his wife.
No,
Yeah.
he might have been convicted of that a time or two. I'm not
See?
sure, so don't hold us to it.
It
Look
ain't
up,
like I
allegedly.
lied. It's not like I lied, Matt. They just didn't think I should have said it.
Yeah. Well, imagine that. So let me go ahead and pay some bills real quick, because this is, getting interesting here. Okay, so you know our ad rates, they're real cheap. $10 a month. So if you got a side hustle, like if you like to do taxes or something, it's that time of year. Yeah, I got the old TurboTax right behind me. On the other side of the set there, you can advertise with us. If you got a food truck, any other kind of small business, no matter where you are, the show's seen all over the world. They love us in India. And so you can check this out, $10 a month. I'm talking to you, Johnny Paul, in India. If you want to advertise your side hustle, you just whatever $10 is worth over there, I'll take it. And we'll put your ad on here. But so $10 a month for a 30-second to 1 minute read, or we can produce you a video commercial for $30 a month. Really, really dirt cheap. We're putting the headlock on high advertising prices. And of course, your ads will be featured across all these platforms. We're live on Facebook pretty much every Sunday night. Instagram, YouTube is where the show is archived, along with all other kinds of wrestling action. I'm going to actually show you the YouTube page in our next segment. We've been doing a lot of work to that. And of course, anywhere you find your favorite podcast, And I will ask you politely, wrestling fans, for a little help with the audio version of the podcast. We're doing well on YouTube, Facebook, the live feed. God, I might even get a lot of people that watch this show. But we really need your assistance over on the audio side. So if you could go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, just about anywhere you find your favorite podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and like the show, subscribe, it would be a big help. Not that I'm going to beg, but please help us.
Please listen to me say stupid stuff.
Yeah, Premier Auto Detailing. Premier Auto Detailing is a luxury detailing service that operates in the Mount Airy, Surry County area of North Carolina. As we say every week, they can make that old jalopy look like it just rolled off the showroom floor. If you have a used car lot or any type of fleet with your business that you need cleaned up pretty well, and you don't have the time or the know-how or want to do it, Premier Auto Detailing can take care of that for you. All you have to do is give them a call at 336-883-5722. I'll give you that number one more time for those few of you who are listening on audio. 336-883-5722. And of course, Tees Creations Custom Apparel, and they custom makes t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and tumblers. They also are the exclusive dealer of the AIWF Capital Punishment Gang Wars t-shirt, souvenir t-shirt. February 18th, there it is. That's what it looks like, available in sizes small to morbidly obese, according to Rick Diesel last week.
That's right. Biggins.
So
Biggins can wear them
My
too,
600-pound life size.
yeah.
Biggins, hey, let me tell you
Oh,
something.
Reagan, you stole my joke. I was going to do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, after what I seen over in the chat room right now, just a second ago,
I saw somebody.
you'd have to have a head injury not to get one of these t-shirts.
You'd have to have. All right, that's a hell of a slogan right there. Good thing we're on the internet. So you'd have to have a head injury to not order one of these capital punishment t-shirts. They're very affordable. Rick Diesel, what are they going for? Do we
Bites
know?
tongue, Reagan. Bites tongue.
What are they? What's the sticker price?
Anyway, keep going, Matt. Keep going.
He wants to know the price, Rick Diesel.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
Oh, hell, I don't know.
Well, they were $12 in advance, right?
There you
And
go. That what she said.
Probably the 18.
But are they still in advance order, or was that just
Yes,
that night?
pre-order. We call it pre-order in the t-shirt business.
Excuse me.
Well, in the t-shirt business and female escort business, you pre-order your stuff.
You can also pre-order action figures, evidently. Anyway, it's going to be around $18, somewhere in that range, guys. So is what we think.
Very reasonably priced.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, Tees Creations doesn't only do wrestling shirts; they do all kinds of print jobs. Here's just a sampling of what I got off their website. It's teescreations22.com. That's teescreations22.com. Or you can visit them at facebook.com/teescreations. And they can hook you up with something they have pre-designed, or you can actually ask them to put something on a t-shirt. Reagan asked Trista at the last show, I believe, for something, and Trista was like, yeah, I got that. So and it was
No, it was vile. Not enough sandwich, but vile.
Oh.
But she might make you one just for the hell of it.
Trust me, she'll hop in the ring for no freaking reason.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly.
I'll have her make her one that says Bruiser.
Yeah. So the picture we were talking about, I put it in the slideshow. That's the picture that set the internet on fire.
Man.
I'm telling you, high money now. Okay.
Very nice.
That's a month
Double breasted.
right there.
Very nice.
That outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said you have to wear a suit when you go to the place. So I said, okay, I'll wear my suit.
There you go.
Very nice.
Yep. So that
Cell
is
phone in the front pocket.
What?
No, that's my wallet.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, it's my cell phone.
I'm sorry. I notice things. I'm weird like that. I notice weird things. Like I noticed if you pick at that place on that coffee table a couple more times, Claire gonna punch you in the side of the head.
Well, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you.
I seen a look in her eye.
Stop scraping the furniture.
Y'all ain't never seen her mad too. Hey, okay, you
I
just
don't-
start rolling.
I don't want to see her mad.
I seen
'cause
that
You
eye cut.
don't.
No,
He
because,
plays that cough toe with eye cut over. I'm like, oh man, she gonna hurt him.
yeah. No, that's like you, nobody at wrestling has ever seen my wife mad, and you do not want to do that. No. But anyway,
She's from overseas. She knows way to cook you.
oh, it ain't
I
that
tried
you gotta worry about.
to give Rick Diesel an idea about a shirt, but he wasn't too thrilled about it, and I was kind of bummed.
What was
Oh,
it?
I
What-
probably forgot.
Is it Tristan's gonna knock you out? Make those. They'll sell.
I think it could be. I think that's a good one,
Yeah.
especially if you mess with her kid. I'd knock you out if you mess with my kid too.
She shouldn't be at ringside. Like I don't understand. Like the
Right.
process of the world.
I'm
that's
sorry, I
exactly
gotta take Jack's spot.
I'm taking his side too. We talked about this with the Inquisitor a couple of weeks ago. She cost Cobalt the Crusader the match because I don't think she had any business being at ringside, and so I tend to agree there. I call it right.
Well, I
down the
mean,
middle.
there should be a freaking age limit.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the other thing. So
I
my
had a
friend
family
TT
member
has
come out. How old was he? How old was my nephew?
He was probably about 16.
He was
But
16. Yeah,
But again, if he got hurt, then
that was my fault.
yeah, it was on us. But now, that's one of those where now the initial choking out was we can't really put that
Yeah.
on Rose, but now since she is bringing herself to ringside and actually getting into the ring, yes, she's
Fair
doing-
game.
right. Well,
Well,
I mean,
not- well.
not,
Well,
I
you're
would-
stupid.
This is
Should be
gonna
at
kick my
ringside.
ass.
no,
Oh my God. No, I'm sorry, Tristan. She's not fair game. Holy
She is
shit.
fair
Well,
game. This
I
is
mean,
like freaking
come on
word.
now. If it was
Oh
a
my
stranger,
God.
Guys, time out. We
There's-
can't.
Okay,
We can't
so my
take-
If
problem
it was
is
a
half my brain
stranger-
is a mother. Now you have to
Guys.
remember, half of my brain's a mother, half of my brain's a wrestler.
Okay,
So-
guys,
yeah, but
we
but
can't
if
all
she
talk
was
at
a
the same time.
stranger-
It sounds like shit. That's why nobody downloads the podcast. We cannot all take turns. We cannot talk at the same time.
Okay,
Rick,
sorry.
well,
Rick
tell us
Diesel,
when to
go.
talk, Matt.
Rick Diesel, go.
If it was a stranger whose mom was not in the concession stand with sharp knives, you would say they were fair game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got you there, Reagan. Go
And
ahead.
okay, so as I was saying, okay, as if I was in the ring and it was 2000 and I was wrestling and I was out there with the family and she stepped in my way, I would probably knock her the fuck out.
There you go. See, all right, a lot of
Now-
honesty. Boy, you
but-
won't find this much honesty around many wrestling promotions, will you? That's
But I am older and wiser now. And she is out there with her father. So I would then expect to get my ass knocked out by him.
Mhm.
So there you
That's
go.
why you handcuff them.
I think is again, mine is getting involved in the action and just simply being at ringside are two different things. I think for me, no matter what the age, if you're just out there, but you don't interject yourself, then more than likely I'm going to leave you alone. More than likely, not a guarantee. But
not always.
but if it's a kid, I may err on the side of as long as you stay out of my way, I'm not going to consider you a threat, so I'm just going to ignore you.
Mhm.
No, that's stupid. Here's what you should do. Okay, there's this big goof wrestler named TDT, and he's an idiot. But he brought his daughter the other week to freaking ringside, and these two other wrestlers. I was just watching this. We're just sitting there, just looking at the daughter. They would walk by the daughter while they're wrestling, why he's beating the crap out of these guys. And then there's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that girl got in the ring at one point. I punched her right in the head. I was like, what are you doing? She's like a little 3 foot tall thing. I just would drop kick the crap out of her. I was like, what are you doing? So like, I'm sorry, Rose is annoying. So like, why wouldn't you just grab her and choke her out? Ty's, let's just be honest, Ty's a bald-headed big goof too, who has no common sense, clearly, because he likes to put himself in like 1-on-6 situations way too much. So like, bringing your daughter to ringside, that's stupid. Come on.
I think Ty grew up on ECW wrestling and was used to seeing stuff, people run into situations like that, and maybe hadn't done enough 80s wrestling film study to find out that jumping in the ring with the 4 horsemen all there waiting on you never worked out well for Dusty Rhodes. So yeah.
Once he defected, work out for Nikita either.
No.
And then Dusty died vicariously trying to save Nikita. So.
Have you seen what Ty's been wearing lately too?
Huh?
Just the outfit. Was he trying to be John Cena with the jorts? We're in 2023 and he's out there wearing jorts and a bright ass t-shirt. He's not John Cena, that bald little crap head he is. You
gotta step back a few more years. There were more wrestlers that wore jeans than John Cena.
Yeah,
currently it's John Cena.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, now, in my defense, back when I was in the ring, me and Ginger we had an understanding. I don't care how bad I was bleeding. I don't care how bad I was getting my ass kicked. I don't care how many chairs I got hit in the head with. You stay in that concession stand and sell hot dogs because we need the money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, I mean, I did try to stop her. You know.
Who? Ginger?
You did a good job.
I was going to say. I don't know. His dumb ass. Her attitude was, if you're stupid enough to get in there, you're on your own.
Yeah. Ever since the choking incident of Rose Tyson happened, though, when I'm at ringside filming and I have to walk up behind Clara, I always say, hey, behind you. I ain't trying to get caught with no elbow. Like, no. And I try to do that with everybody that's at ringside, but it's more Clara's a little more dangerous than the average bear, so I try to make sure she knows where I'm at all times. Look at this, at least at ringside. So look, our YouTube page has been doing awesome, and I've been wanting to show this on the show for a while. But we've been working on it here, and what we've done, if you see over here on the left of the screen where I'm got the mouse and the cursor, what I'm trying to do is go through all the videos that we've got, and whoever's in them, create a playlist for it. So if you want to go on there and you want to see Justin Flash matches, you can click here and it'll take you to all of anything I've got with Justin
Flash.
Huh? What?
That don't look like Justin Flash.
Yeah, I know.
That's Kevin Phoenix.
This is under construction.
Yeah, even nowadays, I mean.
But this is like the matches on here are all Justin Flash.
Yeah,
right?
but it says Justin Flash, and then I'm pretty sure that's not a picture of him.
Yeah, I know.
I could be wrong.
It randomly selects the picture. I have not figured out how to change that yet. All right, so let's do this.
Maybe Kevin Phoenix had hacked in and put his own picture on there.
So I click on Brian Danzig, right? And there's, a video of Ringside Wrestling and a couple of, a match right there with Justin Flash. Click on Clara. There is her matches with Jada and Nurse Micah and the music video and the full match and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I'm trying to put that together. It's coming along slowly. But God Almighty, thank you so much.
Are you looking at the number of views?
I can do
on
that.
Claire's little page there.
Yeah, look at this. I was going to congratulate her on that.
India goes crazy.
Yeah, that's
big in India, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's just so for those of you who are listening, Clara versus Nurse Micah, which really has been the video to put this YouTube page on the map. Right now, 159,129 views. That is fucking incredible. I mean,
That's wonderful. That's
Bef-
great.
Before that, our highest viewed video was I think like 63. So, but see, you can go here on the videos page and select popular, and it will show you the most popular videos. Number 1, Clara. Number 2, Clara. Number 3, Benny Conley. Number 4, Dudes. Number 5, Clara.
She's got 3 of the top 5.
Yeah. You know, and so, and look at this, the official video with the entire match of her and Nurse Micah is creeping up there too. It's at 541. Doesn't sound like much compared to 159,000, but look, it's not been up there but a month, and it's already crept into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place. So just very interesting statistics, right? And we've got all kinds of fun stuff for you fans. Of course, I talked about the playlist, but you can go here to the community tab, and we've got polls up. Who's going to win the match? We do match announcements here. You know, try to just keep you guys engaged. We did a what's your favorite flavor of cream pie?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, chocolate is in the lead with that. These things do not expire. You know, but that was still up if you want to do the cream pie question and pick who's going to win. This has been interesting. When we first put this up, Paul Perazzi was leading the poll at like 75%, but here recently, you know, all 8 votes, 63. Yeah. But the last poll we put up has got 9 votes, so it's in the lead with the most. As you can see, it's hard to get like big time major engagement on an independent wrestling website. So that's why that 159,000 view video is just amazing to me. It's just like, whoa, baby. But the thing's getting a lot of attention and we're getting a lot of views. So we're going to keep it going and hopefully keep you guys entertained. Clara, were you aware of those numbers before this segment, or did we just surprise you?
You just shocked me.
Oh, okay. I am sorry. You did have kind of that look of a slight embarrassment on there, but yeah, I told you at the last show. Numbers. Yeah. And it keeps going up. That's what's amazing about it. And we continue to gain new subscribers. It's not going as fast as it was when we first posted the video, but we went over 700 last week, and it's on its way to 750 right now. So it's only going to be a matter of time. I think it's at 724 right now. So it's still steadily going up. So the idea is for wrestlers. So for those of you out there who are indie wrestlers, the idea is for you guys to be able to go somewhere real quick that you can send out links of your matches. If you're trying to get booked somewhere or whatever, you don't have to tell a promoter, oh, well, it's behind a paywall. Here it's that and the third. We want to put it out there so you can send them to the Roku channel or send them here as a quick reference. So that's the idea. It seems to be working well. Thoughts, comments, complaints, emotional outbursts. Go. Stop it. Well, that gives me trauma, man, because if you used to look at that circle when I was a kid, you got punched in the arm if you were playing the circle.
Oh, it's still the same way. I got a couple of receipts for you. Come on next time I see you.
I ain't hooking up and playing that game no more. No, that ended in the 6th grade, my friend. Because I was not good at it, man. I was like that.
Well, there are some things that we're planning. I say planning, but because we'll see how they pan out before we make a public. But there are some things we're planning that we're hoping is going to help, you know, everybody with more exposure this year. So, I mean, you know, it's hard after 31 years of doing this, promoting this stuff, to come up with new stuff. But somehow we figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that we've done before anybody else over the years, and how we still do it, I have no idea. But we have got some stuff that we're planning this year too.
Yeah. And the YouTube channel was just a happy accident. It was actually done out of necessity because I needed to get video for this show. So, and it's just weird how it's worked out. So thank you again, everybody, for all your support. Now,
thank you, India.
Yeah.
That was a really bad accent.
That's all right.
Yes, I talked.
No.
John, yeah, I do actually know somebody over there, Johnny Paul. I need to message him and get him to show the channel to more of his friends.
One of my favorite 90 Day Fiancés is in India.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my gosh, which one? I love that.
Oh no, they connected.
The other way, the older blonde woman. Help me with names.
I cannot remember.
Oh
Is it
my God,
Jenny?
I can't. Huh?
Jenny, is that her name?
No,
Yes.
Jenny and and her really young boyfriend.
Oh God, yeah.
And the mother hates her so
Mhm.
much. Oh my God, they're my favorite. Oh my God. Sorry, Clara and I just bonded over 90 Day
Well,
Fiancé.
yeah, I was more concerned about Brian having the answer to your question because I would have lost a measure of respect for him
If
if he
she's
had.
watching 90 Day Fiance, I'm watching 90 Day Fiance.
I just took Brian Danzig's cool level down, like, meow.
Yeah, I'll never look at you the same.
Oh well.
Sorry, whoops. He doesn't.
Hey,
It was
Brian,
just a
just look
matter
at it like this.
It was a matter of time.
Thank God that show didn't exist in 97, right? Because this
Exactly.
news in 97 could have just been devastating to your career,
Yes.
right?
Can we edit that part out for the later for the download?
Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't
we
matter
do
now.
live-
But I always stick my foot in my mouth at least one time per show, and there was it, and I ruined Brian Danzig.
That's
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't have to
He's
be cool
retired.
anymore.
I'm telling you, they don't care in England. I've been there.
Oh,
I've heard those stories.
Samit, that was his name. Jenny and Samit, that's their names. Yeah, there we go.
Oh boy.
All
All
right.
right, let me finish my ad reads for tonight real quick.
Yeah,
Let's see
get us
here.
out of this.
All right, so
There you go,
anyway.
some macho tree cutting.
That's right. Branch Management, our first sponsor on the show, and they're still with us for some reason, but we sure appreciate it. And they are a tree service that operates in the Mount Airy, Surry County area of North Carolina. They can help you with branches that are maybe too close to structures, normal pruning, complete tree removal, although, it gets hot here in the summer. So think about the shade you're going to lose before you do that complete tree removal. But sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes trees get out of control and grow where they ain't supposed to, like near power lines, like we are illustrating in the picture here, and you got to get rid of them. They offer very competitive rates. Free estimates are here to serve you. And if you recommend a friend, you could be eligible for a $100 referral bonus on the tree service. All you need to do is pick up your phone and call them at 336-648-9282 or 336-320-8994. Those numbers again for the tree service, 336-648-9282 or 336-320-8994. I'm flashing back to my old WMVA days. I love doing the live reads, man. I love them. And also they do pressure washing, general landscaping, stuff around the house you don't want to fool with. They can help you. Excuse me. What is there something else? Is there a service I'm missing, Rick Diesel? Landscaping, professional, gutter cleaning.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I thought you said back in your old WNBA days.
No, WMVA. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I started to say because at least you've went up. There's more people watching you now than would have been watching in the WNBA.
Wow. Yeah, that's a shot. But
Come on now.
He's not wrong though. He's not
Gotta
wrong.
watch the ratings. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing. I may shoot my mouth off, but there's a measure of truth in everything I say.
Yeah. Well, that's why stereotypes exist, because there's a measure of truth in whatever a stereotype is, right? So, but anyway, landscaping, pressure washing, gutter cleaning, general, just general contract work, handyman services. That's a different number for branch management. You want to call them at 336-648-2487. That's 336-648-2487. And be sure to tell them your friends at AIWF Ringside Wrestling sent you. Tease Treats.
Michael sandwich time, baby.
Yeah, it's our favorite, at least my favorite ad read, because it makes me hungry. Of course, look at me. Everything makes me hungry. But Tease Treats, best concessions in wrestling. Prove me wrong. They always come set up at the shows. So if you've not tried them out, they are awesome. They got hot dogs. They got hot dogs, pizza now. Let's see, mini donuts, the funnel cakes with the cheesecake on top, like you see in the picture here. I was meaning to update some of these photos this weekend because they got some even better stuff that looks on their Facebook page that I will need to update these slides. They're absolutely fantastic. So you can come see them at the at our live events in Mount Airy, or you can pick up the phone and call them.
I'll do that right now.
336-755-8204 and say, hey, where's the food truck gonna be this week?
God bless, went to voicemail.
Oh, then okay. I thought we were gonna have Trista is at least good for one shit on this episode every time she's on. So
One shit.
one shit.
That sucks, man.
She will say shit on the call one time.
Oh.
That's
Every time.
because
She
she
was on
kept
the
calling.
toilet. I was like, that sounds right.
The air.
Yeah.
I'm trying to trap her now, but I can't.
She eats some of her key streaks and she's sitting there taking her shit. Is that what it is?
Maybe them loaded nachos with that chili on there. I mean, I'm sure that's an after effect after a while, but no, the food it's absolutely delicious going down. Man, this is going to turn into a cornet reading. We're going to start talking shit about the business if we're not careful. So anyway, call up T's Treats 336-755-8204. And just one last time, because it was so funny last week, T's Treats does not serve cream pies. And so we made this slide last week, Jack and Clara. I don't know if you saw the show, but I got an idea as to what it would look like if this were a video on another particular site that's similar to YouTube,
What have you done?
but not really. Well, let's just be honest. What would it look like if this was a lead into a video on Pornhub? So that's what I came up with. Ty Tyson delivers a double.
You do realize that we made Clara blush no less than 4 times. Just so you know.
Well, look, I get it off the screen.
She's confused.
I'm confused.
Well, you guys weren't there.
No.
Kevin Phoenix, it's on the YouTube page. Kevin Phoenix gave an interview where he said, since Timmy was his personal assistant now, or T.W. Rose, I'm sorry.
Rose.
Yeah, T.W. Rose, that he was going to give him the best birthday present in the entire world. He was going to give him a brand new cream pie. And so, all of us just thought that was hilarious. I thought Brian Danzig was going to fall out of his chair doing commentary at ringside when that happened, because I looked over and saw it. And so, yeah, it's kind of gotten out of hand and we've run with it. So, wow.
Yeah.
And then TW Rose came on last week talking about how he was supposed to get his very first chocolate cream pie.
That
Yes.
is not
From
No,
Kevin Cochran.
that made it
Phoenix
worse.
III.
Let me see if I can find that. Got it around here somewhere. Yep, here it is. I will.
Have we had a show in the last couple of months that has not went off the rails?
No,
No.
Okay.
but they're getting more views, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I guess that helps.
Do
Yeah.
we even have rails anymore? Is it
I don't think we do.
rails just to go off of them?
Yeah, here we go. Let's
Like,
Just decoration.
take a look and listen.
January 21st was supposed to be the best night of my life.
Why are you showing Cody
I was
Rhodes?
supposed to be going out after the
Oops.
show.
Tell him, Cody Rhodes.
I
He's giving
said-
that.
That was from the slideshow. That was from our Royal Rumble wrap up.
Cody Rhodes. I was supposed to get my first ever chocolate cream pie, and I just could not wait.
I want my cream pie. All right, here we go. Hang on.
Get him, Brandy.
Let's try this again.
Ah, there it is.
To give me the best cream pie that I ever had in my entire life. It was going to be my first ever chocolate cream pie. Do you know that, Ty Tyson? But you and your pesky little brat Rose just had to ruin all of that for me, didn't you? Do you know, after the show, when I got home, I spent 2 hours getting that sticky stuff out of my hair. 2 hours! Calm yourself, Rose. But that's okay. That's okay. Because February 18th, Capital Punishment Gang Wars. Me and Kevin Phoenix Cochran III get our revenge for what you two did to us the 21st. So I can't wait till then. I'll see you then, sweethearts.
Thoughts, comments?
Very intense about his cream pies.
Yeah,
Very
he's
serious.
very serious about his cream pies, and yeah, he really wanted a chocolate cream pie. So yeah, I just don't know what to say.
I know.
It's kind of like
what do you say?
What can you say? Right, exactly.
So I mean, Jack, I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, at least she didn't interrupt your cream pies.
Yeah.
There's some real weird shit going on around here.
This show has took some twists and turns since last time Jack and Clara was on here. I'm not really sure they were prepared for this.
Yeah,
So Kevin has his own ref now, right? Ain't that the thing?
like Kevin, I don't think TW Rose is a ref anymore. I think he's
Okay.
been promoted
He is now Kevin Cochran, Phoenix III's personal assistant.
Yeah, and you can call him Triple K for short if it's easier, you know.
No, you can't. You can't. No, you can't. My call him that.
Matt is trying real hard.
You can't. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
You can't. And I told them
We're
that.
really
I told
pushing.
them that.
But see,
We're
that,
live on social media.
what's
Yeah,
wrong with
right.
that? Kevin Phoenix Cochran III. But what was the other one you gave him, Rick Diesel? You gave him one too.
Well, I mean, we're really trying to get the crowd to when he comes out and chanting KKK, but I don't think it's gonna work.
No. Oh wow! Wait a minute. That's what that means. Oh no. That's not a good nickname at all. I was wondering why they don't start counting strikes at the Intimidator Stadium until the pitcher has 4, but now it kind of makes sense. So, so any of you baseball fans out there just got that. But if we're getting close to the edge right here, the point where Google's going to be like, "Oh hell no, you need to take that video down."
I have been walking the edge for 25 years in this business, Matt.
You have. How many times did Azal threaten to throw you off cable 6 back in the old days?
A lot.
Yeah.
I almost gave her a heart attack when I mooned the camera at that live taping that time. We was on live and I mooned the camera and they almost had a heart attack.
Yeah. Well,
Poor
this
old
still,
Azal. I loved her to
Was Channel
death.
6 Mount Airy or Martinsville?
Huh?
Was Channel 6 Mount Airy or Martinsville?
Martinsville.
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 Yeah. Azal, bless her heart. That was Charles's mom. She didn't know how to handle me because she had a lot of church friends.
Well, no, it
And I
wasn't that.
tested them every week.
She had a lot of people that paid, a lot of churches that paid for spots.
Yeah.
Because I got the speech one night when I went on one night, was doing a regular talk show and was frustrated about trunk or treats messing up regular trick or treating. Right. You know, I don't cotton to that. I always liked this little kid going around my neighborhood and getting candy, not going to a parking lot with a bunch of strangers. And so I was railing on that. And I said the words, "These damn churches are screwing up Halloween." So as soon as the show went off the air, and look, y'all, people that know me, I do have that. I'm a believer. So it's not that I'm anti-religion. I'm just anti people that are anti-Halloween. And so I got called into Azal's office and she goes, "Matt, you can't make comments like that ever again, or I'm gonna have to let you go." And I was like, "Well, Azal, they are ruining Halloween." And she goes, "No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but do you realize how much those churches pay for us to put them on every weekend?" She was like, "I can't afford to lose them. So you cannot say stuff like that." And I was just like, okay. And that explained it, you know, so that's why she was so hard on you too.
Well, I agree with you, man. I think if kids are going to go out and beg for candy, they should take, their chances.
Yeah, let's do it with their
Go out
neighbors.
and beg strangers for candy. Take your chances on getting kidnapped or eat a razor blade.
Yeah, well,
Circle of life, man.
my parents always went with me.
It's called natural selection.
Yeah. So anyway, now it's become a Halloween show. Are you for it or against it? So, anyway, so guys, next big show, February 18th. It's Capital Punishment Gang Wars.
Not next week.
Next
2
big
weeks.
show. Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Next big show. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry, Matt.
it's all right. So 2 weeks from now, or not exactly, but close enough. It'll be February 18th. Remember, guys, 5 p.m. bell time. Start time is 5 p.m. That'll be the last time for the winter hours when we do the anniversary show on March 4th. We'll go back to a 7:30 start time and different ticket prices, which we'll share with you. Stay with the social media, guys. There are more match announcements coming. You heard Rick Diesel say earlier, we're in that 2-week slot where we finally get all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and all that jazz, and the matches get signed, and we'll have more news for you. So stay on our social media for the next couple of weeks, and we'll hear more. We will be back on this show February 19th, most likely, for AIWF Ringside Wrestling, or I don't know, Rick Diesel might have something special planned.
I got Tom Brown Reagan. I'm scheming. So.
Okay. So, hey, maybe some surprises coming in the next week. Final thoughts, everybody. I think we got close enough to the banishment from the internet cliff as I want to do tonight. So,
I'm getting worried about my shoot job in this podcast.
Well, as long as you're not saying, I think you'll be in the clear.
I did say I would hit a child.
Back in the 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your younger days.
Yeah, that was before you went to work for the state. So
What the hell?
You did say back in
Talk to
2000.
me a little bit.
you've already said it on the air before, Reagan. That's
Oh,
why.
I have.
Yes, I have. Mm.
Okay.
I see parents now. Whatever you do, don't step within 3 foot of the desk.
I still believe in paddling in school, but that's my words, not hers.
You have a whole basket of apples, man.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, final thoughts. Anybody? I'll go around the room. Who wants to start? Everybody.
Nobody. Take it home.
Jump over it once.
Jack, you've always got something to say. You want to take us home? You got something you want to say to Damian Wayne before?
I mean, if he shows up, he shows up. If the bum don't show up, I'm sure I'll fight that bum somehow, some way. If you ain't got your tickets yet, are they selling them online, or is it all at the door for the 4th?
They'll have them online.
Okay, whenever they come online, you better get your tickets, because let's face facts. I'm a once in a generation freaking talent. You know, main event in my 2nd anniversary show.
What?
Okay.
Oh no! You see a camera on?
Hey,
you moving in here.
kick her in the face.
Look,
Kick her in the face.
Look, Clara.
Kick her in the face. Kick her. Kick her. Kick her. Drop kick. Choke her out. Choke her out. I'm yelling this in my apartment complex. Choke her out.
Hey, Clara, you see the other one that's with her? That's Jordan. If you could get her on the one behind Rose. Her name is Jordan.
Just see how she
You wanna
come
choke her
running in
out?
here. Let me be on camera.
I heard it. I was like, wait a minute.
Rick, just choke her out.
See, that's.
You like falling asleep.
Yeah.
What?
He said go away before I had to push you down.
Just
I
choke
mean,
her
you
out.
know what I'm saying. I won't, but I mean, you know.
That sweatshirt's not pink either.
Yeah, no, I never got that.
Boy, I tell you what, that crowd that hangs around with Rose Tyson, they sure are pretty consistent about interrupting wrestling shows, are they not, Brian?
Yeah.
Interrupting when I'm talking.
Some of those little girls that hang out with Rose Tyson are gonna get punched in the face really soon because they've been
That is-
my
that is
See,
not my problem.
see, don't you come in here
Start-
starting?
Start with that
listen,
one. Start
some
with
of y'all
Jordan.
You're
are
just start
13
stuff.
acting 21. It's not good. Some of y'all are 13 acting like you're 21. Act like you're 13, please. Please.
That is not me. Talk to Kevin Clark about
Oh,
that.
Oh my God!
oh, I got jokes that are not even safe for the
I love
internet
you.
coming into my
Oh,
head.
I gotta
right
love
now.
her. She's
Feeling
killing.
that I'm gonna have to pull some kind of mom intervention and step between Claire and Trista.
No, that's okay.
No, I love Trista. I know she agrees with me on this.
Punch me in the face.
That's
I
besides the
love
point.
Trista.
That's besides, she has good food. That's besides the point. Trista, I'm sure, agrees with me that kids need to act their age. And when there's little girls walking around showing their chest, we don't need to see that. You're a child.
Amen. Oh,
It's like John Cena.
yeah.
What?
You don't need to see me.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
nobody needs to see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm too
Yeah, it's
old.
like John Cena's bald spot. Hide that thing, for God's sakes.
Jinky,
Sorry,
if you're
you're a
watching, after I get off the air, I'm gonna come tell you some jokes that are not safe even for the internet. But thank you, Clara. You just inspired to
Hey,
create.
listen. John Cena, this is to you. I know they make a spray for that because I used to do it for Wahoo.
Wahoo used to use spray paint though.
Yeah, I know.
Wahoo
Wasn't it
didn't
cool?
buy-
He was spraying
Wahoo
my
didn't
head.
buy
I
the
love
spray
him,
you were
man.
supposed to use. He used glossy black spray paint,
Yeah.
and it would just run down. It would
I
just run
sprayed
down.
his head more than once, man. He's my hero.
Wahoo was hardcore, man. He once drank a quart of motor oil on a bet. So, I mean, you know, the man he was a different kind of cat. But
He was.
Yeah.
He also told me and Bad Brad one time about the staph infection. He got in a place you don't want a staph infection.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
You remember that, bro? Standing
Okay,
at
you
the
want to tell me
building,
that
at,
story.
standing at the building at Veterans Park where we all hang out at now. Wahoo McDaniel told us that story. God bless him.
I'm gonna have to get you to tell
Yeah.
me that story that Wahoo told you
Hey.
when I see you on the 18th.
A
Are we-
staph infection.
Staph infection.
Oh mercy!
I
All
It all
right.
started with Brad talking about his cauliflower ears. Wahoo was like, "Oh, that ain't nothing. Let me tell you about my staph infection."
Oh boy, we're gonna get out of here. We gotta
Let's
go.
like
I'm pulling a Tony Schiavone in the 90s. We're out of time. We gotta go. That's all for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jack and Clara, for joining us on this chaotic night. This has been the craziest one yet so far, I do believe. Thank you so much, Brian and Reagan. Thank you, Rick Diesel. Thank you, all you wrestling fans. This thing will be up on YouTube shortly and available on all podcast platforms. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on February 18th at Capital Punishment Gang Wars. And until next time, so long for now.